Tuesday morning sports card hobby news shenanigans. Stay tuned. Hello to all my sports card collector, investor, all of my collectibles friends out there in the universe. I hope that you're doing really good. It is Tuesday morning already. That Monday just flew by. No, it didn't. I'm lying. It didn't fly by. It is Tuesday morning, guys. I hope that your week is starting off really good. If you are new here, this is our weekly show that we do. It's kind of a Tuesday newsy show where we talk about just some items in the news that we think are kind of interesting and want to kind of share with you all, get your thoughts, etc. If you're new here, subscribe, notification bell, like if you like it, and you can dislike it if you want to be lame. All right, let's dig into this thing. CSG, a certified sports guarantee company that is under the CGC umbrella. They grade all the comic books. CSG trying to make an imprint into the sports card grading space. They have announced a set registry. Look out. This was always kind of a thing that PSA had been doing that was very popular among collectors. And this is something that CSG is now rolling out. And I think that that's very interesting. You know, I wonder if we kind of see that catch on to where eventually all of the kind of the main companies offer that set registry. And I think it's kind of interesting. There is kind of a competitive nature to that set registry. And CSG is going to have it set up essentially where top sets will be eligible for prizes. There's, of course, you know, recognition, collector recognition. There's a scoring system in place to rank one set against another. So, you know, for those that are kind of in that high-end game where they're trying to, you know, collect the coolest sets and they want to show it off, this can be a way to do that. And frankly, you know, it just kind of depends, you know, what happens with PSA as far as their backlog goes. You know, CSG also has a backlog. So, you know, but the thing I really like about this is it's just more competition in grading. And I don't think that's a bad thing at all because frankly, and I've talked about this on my channel ad nauseum, I just don't think there's a big difference when it comes to actually grading the cards between these companies. I know that the resale value for PSA gets all the hobby love, but as far as the actual grades of the cards between SGC, PSC, they're all running together now, guys. SGC, PSA, CSG, and SGC, did I already say that one? Or BGS. Anyway, the top four that we typically talk about, and then you've got kind of HGA also on the outskirts there as well that to contend with among other up-and-coming companies as well. So, I mean, I think the reason why I really like this type of news is because it's just showing me that there's companies that are still giving effort. They're still trying, you know, to kind of broaden that market share. You know, it's not just like, okay, we're going to lay down and let PSA kind of just dominate and take everything. I mean, these guys, all of these companies have something to offer, and I like it. I like all the different grading options. I like raw options, but I like the fact that there's competition in grading. I don't think it would be a good thing if we just had, you know, only PSA or only BGS or only two companies. I like the fact that we've got four legitimate companies that are in this game. And then, of course, you've got others that are trying to gain ground as well. I like that. You know, I really like it. So good on CSG for putting in the set registry. Will it catch on? Is it something that you're interested in? Did that catch your eye? You know, tell me your thoughts. Another thing, too, that I should bring up is I've seen a lot of videos here lately on various platforms about PSA is the one company that offers the really strong guarantee, meaning that if a card is found to be fraudulent or you know it's altered or they graded it wrong, they've got a guarantee to where they will make up the difference. They've got kind of a you know policy in place, you know, for collectors to be able to kind of, you know, get their money back or, you know, kind of made whole on it. CSG as well. I remember when they came out, and this is something I'd like to ask viewership as well, kind of thoughts on this, because I remember CSG saying when they started out that they had the strongest guarantee in the industry at that point. So I guess what I'm wondering is does CSG also offer that same exact guarantee? It's just we haven't seen the same sorts of you know, claims against it. It's kind of like insurance companies where, you know, do you have a history of paying out claims, or, you know, are you a newer company and you're saying you have these great, you know, you're saying you're giving great insurance, but we don't know because there hasn't been the claims yet. Maybe that's CSG's thing just because they're such a new grading company. But I do think that CSG also offers an excellent guarantee. So anyway, but that's just something I'd like to hear from viewership as well. That was my understanding, but I'd like to hear from you all on that. Big guy Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo is back at Manchester United. Huge news in the soccer world. Earth-shattering, really. He's back at Man U, and it's exciting. One of my sisters is a huge Man U fan, and so she is really pumped. And so it's big. And actually, I saw it in Sports Collectors Daily. And by the way, Sports Collectors Daily, providing a lot of the articles that I'm using in this video. Their link is going to be in the video description. Check them out. Excellent articles, but also different links to products and different things. A lot of resources on that site. So definitely check out sportscollectorsdaily.com. And like I said, that link will be in the video description if you want to check them out. Ronaldo's return to Man U in one day, their valuation with him coming to the club, according to this article, moved up $374 million. $374 million in one day because they brought Ronaldo back to the club. So, and I did see kind of speculation that that's going to be good for soccer cards. And I'll be honest, when I was at the Raleigh show a couple of weeks ago, I did see guys that were coming up and saying, hey, do you have any soccer? Do you have any soccer? I didn't see a ton of soccer at that Raleigh show, but it is a thing. People are into soccer cards. For me, I've kind of gotten out of some of that stuff. I like it. I like all the passion behind it. For me, I just have too many other things I'm collecting. So for me, I haven't gone like deep dive head first. I'll put a lot of resources into soccer cards, but I have done some, and it is fun. It is fun. There's some really great sets. There's some great old stickers if you're looking at vintage stuff. So I definitely get it. But does that Ronaldo move, does that give a big pump up for soccer cards? Let me know, guys. Are you big into soccer cards or not really? Or what's your take? Do you think that it's going to give soccer cards a boost? Also saw a Beckett article, and this is going back to the 15th. So this is actually, 10 days ago, 12 days ago, something like that. And it was just saying that Beckett grading is still buried. And actually, it was Jeremy Murray came on and said, if no more cards came in the door to be graded, and Jeremy Murray said, if no more cards came into the door to be graded, we have enough grading work for the next year. So BGS is just absolutely slammed. Again, you just have these companies that are absolutely just, bogged down. He did say that they have a plan to open another service in October, which sounded good, and then hopefully adding another one by January. So it kind of looks like they're looking to be scaling up by that, first of the year, 2022, BGS looking to hit the ground running. I'd be interested to see that, kind of see where they're at. But that's good news. And PSA has really been they've been grading a ton of cards, PSA. So I have to believe that they've been kind of eating into that backlog and really starting to get to a much better place. But I do think it's going to be 2022 before we really see great progress as far as it really opening back up. Another cool article that I saw is Heritage Auctions, is offering a Sports Illustrated #1 in a CGC 9.8. Again, that's the comic book grading company. And it's at $2,200 was the bid. But again, just kind of historically, I thought that was a really cool piece, that Sports Illustrated first issue, and it's graded basically perfect condition. A CGC 9.8 is not easy to get. That pretty much means that it's pristine because they do have a 10 grade, but it just doesn't go out very much. And a 9.9 grade as well, but it's extremely rare to see it. So pretty cool to see that first issue there. That was just kind of a neat collectible that I have heard viewership talk about that in the past, kind of comment in the comment section about what about old magazines? What about, this and that? And I've actually looked at like that first Nintendo Power because I'm also into graded video games. And so I thought that would be pretty cool. Like, oh man, Nintendo Power #1, in a CGC grade. And man, they are not cheap. They are expensive, and not even in a high grade, even in like 6.0 or 7.0, they're not giving those away. So I think that's interesting. You also see the old Beckett magazines. I like that too, where you see the old Becketts, that are like graded, and I think that those are really cool to just kind of encapsulate those and hold on to them for the long term. Anyway, guys, I hope that you again have had an amazing weekend. The Saints did pull off the victory against the Patriots. I'm thankful for that. We've got the Giants coming up next. Hopefully we can kind of keep that momentum going, keep the season rolling along. Guys, stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.